You see, this may be video 500,000 that might not be so positive, but I've made my fair share of positive videos in the past, but this time Apex really needs to listen. Not only is what they're doing annoying and kind of dirty, but they've also been called out for it in the past, in which they issued an apology saying that they broke a promise. And here they are 5 years later, breaking it again. A lot, and I mean a lot, to dive into and discuss in today's video regarding new features to look out for in Apex that many people are looking forward to, and also some things that Respawn has done that fans are calling them out for. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things in the world of Apex Legends news, and of course like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right into it. Firstly, wanted to mention Crowdrindo had mentioned that 3 Strikes game mode was in fact going to be getting its own set of trackers. Now this honestly wasn't too surprising considering Apex had made some official statements literally weeks ago making mention of the 3 Strikes LTM once again. And how many times have they added this thing back into the game? It was no surprise that they had all interest to bring this thing back permanently. But are they just going to bring it back just as a standalone game mode, or do they have other plans with this as well? And honestly, this could be linked back to what we discussed in yesterday's video. The cups seem like a very awesome feature that I hope and pray are actually coming. I don't know if they're going to implement multiple types of game modes in these, but basically, if you guys are not familiar with Fortnite cash cups, that's what many people are relating this to, like a $5,000 weekly tournament, maybe a $1,000 weekly tournament. Who knows what it might be, if it's even got any money involved. Maybe it's just an heirloom. Maybe it's nothing at all. Maybe it's just like a free tournaments feature that Rocket League has that dies after a while because there's no prize. Let's hope it's not the latter, but having cups match history, cups leaderboard, and game mode select Apex cups definitely sounds like they're doing something like that. Now, it should be to no surprise as April Fool's is coming back around the corner that they do have their own fair share of modes planned for this event. Except this time, instead of just your traditional April Fool's Battle Royale where you have a crazy Mozambique that shoots out Nessies or whatever, they also have some April Fool's content planned for the mixtape playlist. And they seem less goofy, crazy, and overpowered, and honestly more like actual balance changes that could happen, like siphoning full health on a kill. However, all of that is good, fine and dandy, but not only do we have the situation we mentioned in yesterday's video about Apex fans still wondering if this game is even safe to play, we also have the situation that Apex Legends has just recently broke a promise again. And this is probably why I'm not sponsored by EA, but the thing is I do love Respawn. I love Apex, and I will talk good about it all day long, as long as there's good stuff to talk about, and I do. I would hope Respawn would understand that honestly I have their best interest in mind when I make videos like this, because I'm only trying to relay the opinion that many fans have so that they can understand what's healthy and what's not healthy, and then it's just for them to decide if they actually want to accept it. And if they don't, totally fair, it's their business, but obviously the fans' opinions matter, and so that's what I want to say. So let's take a deep dive into exactly what happened and why these fans are upset to begin with. So firstly, it started on Twitter by a user named Eloise. I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't because I suck at pronouncing things, but they said, fun fact, you cannot buy anything out of the event with crafting materials. You have to buy the packs and hope that you get what you want. So strike number 1, you can't use crafting materials to get any item in the event, which makes no sense because this was one way to save a little bit of money when it comes to a very expensive heirloom that was already expensive and now it's even more expensive. So that was strike 1. Strike number 2, not only do you have to buy with real money and Apex coins, but you also don't get to select the specific skin that you want and decide, well, I don't want the rest of the event. You have to gamble with what you're getting, which means if you go inside a store to a specific skin that you like, normally you would be greeted with the idea that you can spend 1,800 coins and buy this and decide to not buy the rest of the event. But now it says that you need to see the event info for probabilities, and this is only in event packs. So what promise did they break? Well, this is not the first time they broke this promise, but back 5 years ago, Respawn, the studio behind Apex Legends, is admitting that the rollout of their cosmetics for the Iron Crown Collection event is not gone well, and it is trying to set things right. In a statement posted on the EA blog, Respawn project lead Drew McCoy, which by the way is no longer with Respawn, explains what went wrong and how the studio intends to fix it. In short, the Iron Crown event offered several new cosmetics that could only be obtained through Apex packs purchased with real money. You could obtain a couple of packs through play, but to get full collection and a special heirloom max, that's only purchasable if you earned all the other items first, which is about $150. And so Respawn's standard at the time was saying that with the Iron Crown event, we missed the mark and we broke our promise by making Apex packs the only way to get what many consider to be the coolest skins that we've released. So to address the issue, Respawn is offering the 12 event exclusive items to the store for 1,800 Apex coins, which allows you to buy them individually. Then they said the Respawn studio also promises that in future events, it will provide more ways to obtain items aside from Apex packs previously, which was the only way to obtain the skins, and you had to spend over 700 coins. Our goal has not been to squeeze every last dime out of our players, and we have structured the game so that all players benefit from those who choose to spend money. So on the flip side, many may argue that that was 5 years ago. That was a different team. Even the guy speaking has not been on the team for many years, as he left Respawn back around like 2020. Honestly, he may have left late 2019. He's been gone for a while. But long story short, Drew McCoy had eventually left to go start his own studio. Now, many fans were upset, with one saying, "I'm massively disappointed that the skins aren't separately unlockable. Just wow." Even Garrett retweeted that the event has been ruined. Honestly, these events make me really sad, and it feels like less and less people start to criticize them. Maybe I'm crazy, but we have gone backward. The Iron Crown event was less predatory than this, and even that was getting backlash back then. Some people will say I complain for the sake of complaining, or it's just for views, but I'm really just not. I try to be positive when I can, but it's hard when these events treat us like living dollar signs. You can literally only gamble to get these packs, and he's right. But that most definitely was not all. There were many more to also share their frustrations, even getting DMs yesterday by saying, "Please talk about this, because I'm even ready to uninstall the game. I'm so annoyed at this point." Now, funny enough, Garrett had also mentioned that the Belgian people are probably laughing at us right now. Why? Because they legally have to be able to directly purchase the skins due to a loot box ban that they have in their country. And why would there be a loot box ban in their country? I don't know. Maybe because it's a little predatory. Now, I'm definitely not saying that we should follow suit. It really doesn't even have to be that complicated. We shouldn't have to split hairs or draw lines in the sand to explain the situation. It's just simply annoying, and it definitely is not what we want. The bad thing is, this isn't just an oops whoopsie mistake, because they've already broke this promise in the past, and here they are doing it again. So where do we go from here? Do we just not try to hold them accountable because it was 5 years ago, not that big of a deal anymore? Or do we still remind them, you made this promise and yet you're breaking it again? Personally, it doesn't bother me too much, because I wasn't planning to spend my money anyways, simply because I'm broke. That's what having 2 kids will do to you, and my bad gambling addiction. Not just kidding, but imagine. Also wanted to mention that there was a pop-up for many people inside of Apex saying choose your side. It looks like Apex is starting something really new that I personally like. There's going to be a Team Octane and a Team Horizon. I thought this kind of fit the vibe since it's 2024. It's election year. Octane's red, Horizon's blue. Maybe they're trying to get a little bit people emotionally charged about this. So in all honesty, it sounds like they're going to do some really cool prizes, and honestly have a story behind all of this as well. But you can play as Horizon or Octane to rack up wins and kills and see which team flies the highest. I would really like if like Octane got like, you know, a bunch of legends in his corner, Horizon got a bunch of legends in her corner, and we just like tracked all the wins and kills throughout the entire month and see like which team gets the win. You were basically helping whatever team that you were assigned to. Also, there was a big mistake that happened in the update today that I want to calm a lot of your nerves with. A lot of you were messaging me, yo, I lost all my badges. You could even see Ava going into her account, and sadly all of her pred badges were gone. But after today's update, Respawn said that Apex players were missing ranked badges and progress on breakout reward challenges. We are investigating both issues and will let you know when a fix is ready to roll out. You will not need to recomplete any of those challenges. You've already finished, so don't worry. They're simply going to fix it. Just got to give them some time. You may also remember a time where we discussed Apex was seemingly updating how the dropship was going to work. Many people put out this theory out there that you'd have 4 different dropships. They would all cross each other. Maybe that would give a little bit of a variable for how this game could consistently be played out a little better. Well, looks like we got some good news. Recently, when the new update for the Shadow Society Collection event came out, many people had discovered this in the custom lobby screen. An Apex Pro named Tech actually showed that in the custom settings of the match, you could click, instead of Battle Royale, TDM, Gun Run Control, there was an ALGS mode in there. And in that ALGS mode, there were many spawn selection variances of these maps, which many people wonder if one day you'll just be able to choose the POI you want to land at, and then you'll spawn on top of that POI and just have to fly down. Of course, this will take out the art of being the jump master and how crazy it could actually be, but I do think it would make Battle Royale play out a lot lot smoother if you could limit like maybe 2 teams per POI when it comes to landing. I know many people are going to complain, well, that gets rid of the whole point of all of this stuff. You know, you're supposed to be able to land wherever you want to and make it out alive. But I think it honestly makes sense with how Apex is set up in the whole lore spot. The whole idea is that this is a game and that it's moderated and that there are people that are watching it and there are people that are betting on it. So honestly, making it follow these ALGS style rules where you actually spawn at a POI, if that's the direction that they're going, makes total sense to me, and I personally love it. Interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Of course, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with all things going on in the world of Apex Legends news. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.